Hello guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So before I get started talking about the build, I just want to quickly remind you guys that I'm currently running a giveaway for 3 packs for The Sims 4 of your choice. So all you gotta do to join the giveaway is download Disney Emoji Blitz by using my link in the description box, then hit level 5, take a screenshot, either send it to me in a tweet, so tag me, or you can send it to me in a DM on Twitter or on Instagram, and I will announce the winners on the community tab on the 16th of April, so keep an eye out on that if you decided to join the giveaway. In addition, the link also works as a creator code, so all the money that you spend in game will help support me and the channel as well. And yeah, I think that was about it. Just wanted to quickly remind you guys, and now we are gonna talk a little bit about this build. So you probably, or not probably, but you might remember that back in, when was it? November, I think, I decided to build a Tokyo micro apartment when Snowy Escape was released actually, but it was a rather big micro apartment because I was sticking to the actual apartments inside my Shuno. So I was splitting them up so that I could fit in, like, I think it was 4 apartments into one of the apartments actually. But the thing is, when you stick to the apartments like that, you're kind of bound to follow the shell of the apartment. Does that make sense? So you can't fully decide how big the apartments actually turn out to be because they all need windows and you know, that sort of thing. So I decided to, I've already done this with a Seoul apartment, so I decided to go back and do one that was Tokyo inspired, both because I really like that theme and I kind of wanted to do it justice a little bit better because I do realize that the apartment that I did back then was a little bit on the bigger side. So that is what we're doing today. I really fully enjoy doing these kinds of builds, even though they are technically room builds. What you are allowed to do, or you're always allowed to redecorate my homes, of course, but what you can do, because I didn't do this for this house or for this room build, you can turn it into a house by doing the exterior of the build if you want, or possibly like copy paste some apartments next to each other, turn it into a bigger build or something like that. If you do that, please let me know on Twitter. Please show pictures, tag me in Instagram posts or in stories, whatever. I'd love to see it. Again, all my socials are always linked in the description box. I always get this kind of like fuzzy feeling in my stomach when I see people use my builds, both when they tag me on Instagram but also Tumblr, and the few times people tag me on Twitter too. I usually get those kinds of tags on Instagram, and I don't know, it always makes me so happy. So I would love to see if any of you guys turn this into like an actual building of its own. That would be so cool, but I decided to stick to a room build for today. I also feel like I don't really do a lot of room builds, but they're definitely fun to do now and then. If you turn them like into like proper bigger rooms. I'm not into the whole like small room builds, except from dorm rooms, but now we actually have dorms, so that doesn't really, like, that's a little, I mean, we also have apartments, and I decided to make a micro apartment anyways. But I don't know, I feel like the dorm builds you can do in Brightchester are actually okay, so you don't have to make smaller dorm rooms. Am I making sense right now? Possibly not. But anyways, hopefully some of you guys understood. So yeah, that is pretty much what we're doing today. We're making a Tokyo micro apartment, and I hope you guys will like this one. I know that you liked the Seoul one when I released that back in either November or December. I don't really remember anymore, because, you know, time flies by when you're having fun or when you're in lockdown. Actually, time doesn't fly by when you're in lockdown. It goes really slow. But time does fly by when you work a lot, so that's what I've been doing instead. I'm lucky to be able to work my job as I normally would when we're in lockdown. We're not in lockdown anymore, by the way, just wanted to point that out, but I was just joking about it before. I'm the kind of person, you guys probably know this by now, like I need to joke away things because otherwise I just dwell on them too much, so yeah, that's a thing. But anyways, I hope you guys, I already said this like 3 times, but I really hope you guys will like this little build. So of course I decided to, I feel like we kind of, I mean, I suppose you could do it if you have like 2 stories above each other and then kind of turn it into a loft situation, like a proper loft situation. But I really wish that you could place things underneath the platforms, even though I know it makes absolutely no sense. But it would just kind of make sense if you had, say you used the tallest wall height, right? that means you could technically make the platform tall enough for a sim to be able to walk underneath it. I think I'm building on the medium wall height right now, so the sim would not be able to walk underneath it if I made the platform, you still have to make sure that it's not too high or too tall for the sim to be able to walk on it, because I accidentally did that at the start and then I play tested it and it wasn't working because, you know, Sims have to walk upright. They can't crawl unless they're toddlers, but you know, whatever. So I wish that if you're building on the tallest wall height, that because then you're able to raise the platform so tall that technically your sim would be able to walk underneath. I wish that it was able to, or that we were able to put like a door on the platform so that your sim could step into it. That would be so cool, but unfortunately that's not a thing. I could just imagine like being able to put a bathroom in there. That would be optimal, like that would be awesome, but it doesn't really work that way right now. Also, I do want to point out that I did playtest this apartment, so everything should be fully playable, at least it was to me. So, did I just say was? At least it was to me. So just make sure that if you do decide to download this and you want to place it down, just, you know, activate bb.moveobjects first so everything is in the right spot. And that should hopefully not cause any issues for you. But I do realize that sometimes, for some reason, it works for me, but it doesn't work for some of you guys, and I don't really know why. Just make sure you activate bb.moveobjects on. I feel like that's the only thing you can really do to help that problem. But in my game, there weren't any rooting problems, despite, you know, there being a very narrow space here in the bedroom area, but also in the kitchen. It's a very, like, I just wanted to make sure they had as much storage as possible, so there's like cabinets everywhere, and I made like sort of like a DIY island in the middle of the kitchen as well, because I figured it would be good for them to have extra surface space as well, even though they can't technically use it, so it's just decor for us. But if you look at it from a realistic point of view, also if you looked at this from a realistic point of view, it would still be a pretty big micro apartment. But keep in mind that, you know, size proportions are different in The Sims, so it's actually only 40 tiles. It's almost a micro house, which I think is pretty cool. But I decided to keep it at 40 because first of all, I wanted to make sure that I could fit a dresser in the bedroom area, but also I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to size down the sink for this one, because I've been doing the sink in the bathroom, because I've been doing that quite a lot for my tiny houses lately. So they have a proper sized sink. They do have an open shower, but you know, it's also from Snowy Escape, so it's supposed to be the whole like Japan inspired items, which, you know, is cool to use when you're doing a Tokyo build. And also I wanted to split the bathroom into a sink in one room and then toilet shower in the other room. Does that make sense? So because there's no sink in the kitchen, so if someone's cooking and they need to clean something, they can go into the bathroom, but they don't have to disrupt the person that's sitting on the toilet or taking a shower. So that sort of makes sense to me. But yeah, I think that is pretty much about it for this video. So I know it's a short one, but it is a room build technically. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. If you like this house, build, apartment, room, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT. You can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. Remember to check out my giveaway by clicking on, actually you can find it over on the community tab. Check it out. It's all described over there, so it should be pretty easy for you guys to join it as well. If you like Roblox, check out my Roblox channel, and if you like lifestyle, check out my lifestyle/vlogging channel. You can find both of those linked in the description/pinned comment as well, and that is all. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
There's something about you and I know why. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's in your smile.